Hi everyone, welcome back to Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise. So if you weren't aware, in my last video we actually completed the game. We had a big party with KK Slider and it was so much fun. And I actually wasn't planning on recording the next time I played, but Leslie commented on that video and said I do hope you record the next time you go to Happy Home Paradise because I think you're going to be really happy to see a special guest. And as you can see, he's right behind me. So thank you so much Leslie for letting me know to record the next time I play. I can't believe Nat is here. I didn't expect to see him in this at all. I thought after KK's party that would kind of be the end of the events in the game. If you don't know who Nat is, he's from the old Animal Crossing games. He used to run the bug off and he's very, very sweet. So why don't we go and say hello? I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, I didn't expect his voice to be so deep. Hello there, by any chance are you from Paradise Planning? My name is Nat and I'm in a bit of a pickle. He looks so cool in this game. I'm not used to seeing him in such good quality. You see, I came here to give a brief lecture on bugs at the school. The trouble is, I can't seem to find it. I don't mean to be a bother, but would you be willing to guide me to the school? Of course! Fantastic, well then, let's be off. Why am I always sat at the teacher's desk? Please settle down everyone, it's time to begin my lecture on bugs. Today I'd like to provide you a brief lesson on the scrumptious nature of my friends and yours, bugs. Actually, would someone be so kind as to tell me their favourite kind of bug? Let's see, Lulu. So our choices are fireflies, horned dynastids, butterflies, or I don't like bugs. Well, I do like fireflies and horned dynastids are very cute, but I am pretty basic and my favourite out of those is probably butterflies. Marvellous! The way they float to and fro, their colours catching the light, butterflies are positively enchanting. This leads me to the subject of the ideal way to care for bugs. In short, I feel it best they not be kept in cages. That's right, I'm of the opinion that bugs will always be at their happiest when allowed to roam free. On that note, I would like to request something of everyone who came to my class today. I'd like everyone to select a bug from their pockets and set it free into a vacation home's yard. Any bug at all. Because if you'd like your yard to be as delectably serene as this... What? Or this, then I think releasing a few bugs here and there is by far the best way to go about it. Well then, that concludes my lecture on bugs. I hope you enjoyed it. Yay! I can use bugs now? Bugs I catch can be set free to roam my clients' yards? What the heck? I didn't even know this was a feature in the game. That's amazing! Oh my goodness! I don't think they ever showed that in the trailer, did they? That's such a cool feature. Well, I don't actually have any bugs on me right now, so why don't we head back to my island and I'll go around and catch some bugs and then I'll come back here and hopefully we can use them in a vacation home. Okay, here we are. I'm back from my island now. I walked around and caught a few butterflies. So I have a tiger butterfly, some common blue bottles and a Raja Brooks birdwing, and I think I have the perfect type of house to use these on, so let's get building. Thanks for your time, Pound Cake. I think I'd like for my vacation home to feel something like this. My own fairy tale forest. So today we're going to be building a fairy forest for Chelsea. I'm very excited to build this. As you guys know, I love building fairy homes. And Chelsea is one of my favourite Sanrio villagers. I really wanted to build a fairy house today. And now that we can use butterflies, it's even more perfect. Lulu, please lead Chelsea to the site and best of luck. Okay, let's go. Oh, I almost forgot. I've been hanging on to a present for you. Oh, what? Thanks, Nico. This tiger butterfly is from an old guy named Nat. He said to thank you for showing him to the school. Aww. He also said try letting it go from your pocket. I'm glad I didn't forget to give that to you. Okay, go make some island dreams into island realities. My own fairy tale forest. So let's get started. She wants a bench and a mushroom. This should be easy enough to implement, I think. So straight away I was thinking that I want to go with a really little house. I saw one of these little villager houses in a dream island recently. If you watched my last Animal Crossing video, I visited a dream island and I just love how cute these little houses are. And if she wants a fairy forest, I imagine she is a fairy herself. I mean, she's so cute, she does look like a fairy. I want to give her a tiny little fairy house, so I'm thinking we go yellow and pink. You can't customize these starter houses as much as the regular ones, so we only have a few basic colours to go for the roof. But I'm thinking if we add like a flowery, maybe a cute little wooden one or something, this will make it look much cuter. I do love this welcome sign one. I think I'm going to go with this, maybe in the light brown colour. Yeah, that's so cute. It matches the paneling of the walls of the house. Let's customize the swinging bench to be white. We can put this over here somewhere. And the mushroom parasol is such a lovely item. I want to put this by the house. And of course I want to customize it to be red because that looks the most fairy-like, I think. So while building a fairy forest, we're going to need a lot of mushroom items. I'm thinking a mushroom partition could be a cool way to section off this area as well. Maybe in white could be nice. And of course we're going to need a lot of trees. If you guys have watched my previous Happy Home Paradise videos, you know I use this lot a lot. No pun intended. But I think, again, it's just so perfect for a fairy forest because all the trees are so pink and beautiful, and I think it does look the most fairy-like out of all the lots. At least for a forest anyway. So I'm thinking we put lots of different colour trees. You can use the fruit trees to make green trees on a sakura lot if you want green ones as well. If you don't want fruit on them, you just make it so they're not fully grown and the fruit won't appear. And I also want to put a variety of cedar trees as well, just to mix things up a bit since the entire background is just sakura trees. It would be nice to have some green in there as well. And I really do want to cover this one in trees because I think I made the mistake before. I made Ali's mushroom forest and I don't think I put enough trees on that lot because I was focusing so hard on the mushroom aspect. The lot wasn't that big, so if I recreated it now, I think I'd probably put it on a bigger lot and add a lot more trees because how's it meant to be a forest without a lot of trees, you know? So that's just what I'm starting off with. I'm thinking we just place some trees around and make it feel really natural and lovely. Maybe some tree trunks as well be a good idea. I do love to use these on my own island. Speaking of, I really miss in New Leaf when you used to be able to get patterns on the tree trunks. I wonder why they didn't bring that into this game. If you've never played Animal Crossing New Leaf, I'll explain for you. Basically, if you had a silver axe in Animal Crossing New Leaf and you cut down a tree, there was a chance that you would get a pattern on the tree trunk. There would be really cute little patterns like a leaf or a flower, and yeah, there was always a chance you could get a pattern. It was fun to try and collect all the different patterns. There's such a tiny little thing that I don't actually think about often when I think about the things missing from this game, but I would really love that to be brought back. It was so cute and such a fun little thing to try unlock in the game, but I suppose the game does already have so many things to unlock. So I want to put a lot of Lily of the Valleys because they really remind me of fairies, because you only get them on 5-star islands, and I just think they look so magical, and I think they're a sign that an area is very natural and well taken care of. So I like to imagine that Lily of the Valleys appear where fairies are, so I always like to include them in fairycore type designs. I was thinking of adding this pillar, but actually I think I won't because I think it looks too I can't think of the word to describe it, but I think this is more of like a cutesy fairy tale type fairy forest rather than ancient magical fairy forest, you know? I think those pillars could be used in a really good way if you're going for that sort of look. I really want to use this really tall vine because it's so pretty and green, and it's a nice way of fitting in more tall tree elements to a lot when you can't actually fit another tree in the space. So we can maybe put this by the house and it could sort of look like it's growing up the house, you know? That's really cute actually. Kind of makes the house look even smaller, which is what I really want to go for. I want the house to look tiny and cute. I think this is really helping give off that effect. With this lot as well, I do want to go with a pink, green and yellow theme because I want it to match Chelsea's colour scheme. Let me know in the comments who's your favourite Sanrio villager. Really love to know because I'm not actually sure who's the most popular out of all of them. I know everyone has a different favourite. I know Marty's pretty popular, he is adorable. I think Chelsea actually might be pretty underrated. I don't see many people talk about her, but I love her. I mean, she's a deer with bunny ears. Isn't that just so perfect? Okay, I'm thinking we add some hedges and stuff as well, especially when customized to be light green. They look so lovely in the springtime. Maybe over here is a good idea for now. Oh, and I do want to have some like leaf piles on the floor to make it more foresty and natural. Before I do that, I do want to place some hedges though so I can sort of fence off the lot. I'm thinking we go with pink and yellow bushes. Really want to go for like a spring Easter time sort of look with this fairy forest. This is basically the sort of aesthetic for my own island, so I'm having a lot of fun building this so far. Oh yeah, I want to put some green mums as well. I've been really trying to grow more of these on my own island because they are so cute. I really love the way they look against the spring coloured grass, and I only recently in the past few months unlocked one, and I managed to make 2 I think I have on my island now, but I'm really trying to get more because I think they just look so natural and lovely. It reminds me of the hydrangea bush if you customise it to not be fully bloomed yet, and it has those cute little green hydrangeas on it. Yeah, I just think they're so natural and lovely. They're like an alternative to weeds mushrooms. And I like adding some weeds around to make things look more natural and pretty. I always like to include some white cosmos in my builds as well because they look like daisies and they always just brighten up a lot, I think. They're just so cute, aren't they? Okay, so next up, I'm not sure what to put down. Oh, a mushroom store. We have to include one of these. I love this item so much. It's so little and cute. I think I'm going to make this white. Maybe we can put it over here. And maybe we can put something cute on top of it as well. That could be fun. Maybe like a butterfly or a mushroom. Flower. Oh, a gyroid! Yeah, we should put a gyroid, though I'm not sure which one goes best with a fairy forest. Maybe the boyoing? How do you even say this? Boyoingoid? Boyoingoid? He looks like a little forest spirit, right? Maybe I'll customize him to be green and we can put him over here. Maybe over here actually he would blend in better. Oh, actually I'm not sure about the sound he's making. It doesn't sound very fairy-like, does it? I can't remember which gyroid it is that makes a fairy type noise. I know I have one because I have all of these on my own island. Maybe it's the jingloid because fairies do make jingle sounds, right? I think that's a little bit too loud. I don't like that. It sounds more Christmassy than fairy-like. Maybe it was the whistleoid. I know I do have a couple of these on my island, so it might actually be this one. We can customize it to be white so it blends in with the mushroom too. Yeah, that sounds so fairy-like, doesn't it? Like little fairies play music in the woods. I don't know, maybe you guys don't associate that with fairy sounds, but I think it sounds like fairies a little bit. Well, it sounds fairy-like at least. With two of them as well, it does sound kind of magical. It's so cute. I'm also thinking we should place some random little mushrooms around as well. Again, I just think this makes things look a bit more natural and overgrown without placing too many items. And you can walk over them as well so it doesn't take up too much space. And of course, we need to add some mushroom lamps. Maybe one in a red spotty pattern over here. By the way, I'm still looking for the recipe for mushroom lamps. I spent all of last year and the year before looking for the DIY recipe and still didn't unlock it. I'm hoping this year will be my lucky year and I'll actually finally unlock it. Maybe I should make a video just running up and down the beach trying to unlock it. I'm thinking the yellow one over here really blends in well with the yellow flowers and looks really golden and pretty. Okay, now we can place down the leaf piles I wanted to place. Put them over here on the pathway towards the house. Or maybe some cherry blossoms too, that could be cute. And I want to place a pathway down. I'm thinking today we just go with regular dirt pathways, maybe in a circle pattern. I really love the colour of this pathway. And I think it looks so tidy and cute. Oh, I accidentally put this too close to the other one. That here would be better. Yeah, isn't that so cute? Oh my goodness, I love it. Maybe another little mushroom stall over here to sit this gyroid on. They just look so cute sat on top of them. Maybe we can customize this one to be red though. Oh, the tulip surprise box. I always forget about this item until I see it. It's so perfect for fairy designs. I think I'll customize it to be yellow. It's so cute. Oh, we should include a mush log too. I like customizing this to have the white mushrooms. And you can put a lot of different things on top of this and it'll look really nice. I think it'll fit in well with this log because it'll sort of look like a tree that was cut down or has fallen down. And since this is meant to be a forest, I think it'll blend in really well. I'm trying to think of something we can put on top of it. Oh, the bunny day topiary. This would be perfect for Chelsea since I think she's a huge fan of rabbits considering her bunny ears. It does blend in really well with the yellow Easter egg and the white plant pot as well. Maybe over here is a good idea, though it kind of blends in with the green tree. Maybe I should change this tree to a cherry blossom one. Oh, while I'm building, I should say the other day I did a poll on my Instagram. If you don't already follow me on my Instagram, please do go and follow me on there because I do a lot of polls and ask you guys questions about my content and I update you on my life constantly on there. So if you feel like it, please do consider following me on there. But I did a poll the other day asking you guys what sort of videos of mine you like the most. Most of you said you really enjoy just watching me play Animal Crossing, like no goal in mind, just casually playing, walking around, doing things. But quite a lot of you said you enjoy watching me build vacation homes and things like that. That made me really happy because, fun fact for you, these are probably one of my favourite videos to record. I love building the vacation homes so much. I love being able to be creative and have the freedom to place whatever items I want. I always wanted to be one of those YouTubers that makes those really pretty like build tutorials or shows you building their island, but I feel like I don't actually have enough items or bells in the game to be able to just freely build things that I want to build. But in Happy Home Paradise I do have the freedom to do that. I can use whatever items I want, I can place them wherever I want, and I really enjoy filming these videos. They're super fun and relaxing for me, and if I feel too tired to talk while I'm building, I can always just record a speed build and chat to you guys about the build afterwards. And I really enjoy building different sorts of homes that I've never built on my own island and trying to make them fit each villager. I'm sure you guys probably know, but the villagers in Animal Crossing are one of my favourite parts of the game. I love how unique unique each villager is. I love how each villager has its own style and hobbies and aesthetic, and so being able to build them homes that suit them is just so much fun for me. So I'm really happy that a lot of you guys enjoy these videos too. Thank you so much to everyone who answered the polls on my Instagram story. It's really helpful for me to know what sort of videos you guys enjoy. And I was actually a bit nervous, worrying that maybe my videos were too long. Almost everyone said that they preferred my videos being over like 30 minutes long rather than short videos, so that made me really happy to hear as well. So thank you so much for enjoying my videos and watching them. It means the world to me, and I really do appreciate it. But yeah, I rambled. Back to the build. I'm just placing some designs down to make there be little pink flowers on the floor and things like that. I used some of my new favourite designs, which are little wood planks, and I added a rainbow festival garland behind the swinging bench because I think it looks so cute, and it's lovely as well because it lights up with fairy lights at night time, and I just love the rainbow colours. I think they really fit in with this build. So now I'm thinking fences. Maybe this fence would fit in. I really do love the colour of it. So now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't actually match the house very well at all, so I might have to just go with a plain white fence that I usually use. I'm so happy we have white fences in the game now, guys. I also want to place this mum cushion somewhere on this lot. I just really love it. I like to use this in like every single one of my fairy designs. I also did it back in the day when I was doing the fairy house design series, which by the way, I hope you guys don't think I've forgotten about that. I was just really trying to focus on finishing Happy Home Paradise first, but I've been trying to think of villages that would suit the next fairy house designs I want to build, because I want to build a Tinker Fairy house. Let me know if you know a villager you think would suit Tinkerbell's house, because I've been struggling to think of one. I did look through a list of villagers, and I thought a good choice might be Bree the mouse. I think she could suit having Tinkerbell's house a little bit, so let me know if there are any villagers you'd suggest. I also thought about building Rod. He's a little pirate mouse, a pirate fairy house. Let me know if you guys think that would be fun. If you weren't aware, I did a series building different fairy theme houses before Happy Home Paradise existed. I would build them all on Halves Island, and they were all themed after different fairy talents from the Disney Fairy series, you know, the Tinkerbell movies. And yeah, I haven't built a Tinkerbell or Disney Fairies home in a long time. I've been really wanting to, I just didn't know how I was going to do it. Was I going to do it back in Halves Island, or was I going to do it in Happy Home Paradise? I feel like I have way more freedom in Happy Home Paradise to use a bunch of items I maybe haven't even unlocked. So I'm thinking Happy Home Paradise would be the right way to go about it. But yeah, let me know your guys' ideas for villages you think would suit different fairy homes. Do you think Bree is a good idea for Tinkerbell, or do you have another villager in mind you think would suit her house better? Please let me know. And do you think Rod for a pirate fairy, or is there a different villager you think could suit that theme? Okay, I'm not really liking these fairy lights back here. I was thinking fairy lights would be perfect, but it just looks so messy. So maybe I'll just put more hedges and things like that. Yeah, a wedding arch isn't working either. I think I'm gonna go for more bushes and hedges back there. Maybe we should place some bamboo down as well. I don't know if you guys think this doesn't fit, but I really like the colour of the bamboo and I think it's so pretty. I kind of really want to use this somewhere. Yes, the Nova Light. I don't think I've used this enough in vacation homes. We have to use this for a fairy one. I'm thinking a white one, maybe a pink or a yellow one, because these really remind me of fairy dust and they just look so magical. I love to use these in builds. I really want to unlock the Nova clock because it's just like this but smaller. It'd be really cute to put a big and a small star next to each other. Oh, the tree's bounty lamp would be perfect on the mush log. Isn't that so cute? Oh my goodness. I don't really like the mushroom lamp behind it though. I think I'm gonna move some of these items around. Okay, and here we are with the finished fairy forest. What do you guys think? I made the time of day really early in the morning, like 5 AM. I think it makes everything look so peaceful, and it's so nice as well because the mushroom lamps are still on and the Nova lights as well. But it's just bright enough where you can clearly see the petals falling, the flowers and everything. I think it looks so beautiful here. And now we can release some bugs. This is so exciting. I literally had no idea this was a feature in the game. Nobody told me about this and I wasn't spoiled for this. So I'm thinking we should release the Raja Brooks Birdwing over here by the green mums. It looks like we can release up to 12 bugs as well. This is so cool. Imagine being able to do this on your own island so that butterflies like permanently spawned or stayed in a certain area. That would be so interesting, right? Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. This is going to make my vacation homes look so much more magical and alive. I'm going to have to make sure I go out catching bugs before every time I decorate a house now. But here we are, this is the finished lot. I hope you guys really like it, because I really do. If I built this with absolute 100% freedom, I don't think I would have included the swinging bench. But I do really like it, and if she wants it included, I think I've managed to make it fit in quite nicely. I don't know what I would have put there, maybe a mushroom table or something. But yeah, this is how it turned out. I think it looks so peaceful and lovely, especially now with the butterflies flying everywhere. It definitely feels like a fairy forest to me. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. And now I'm thinking I really want to build a tiny cute little home for her. So let's head into the house and start building the inside. Okay, so I'm doing a speed build and voiceover for the inside of this fairy house design. So for Chelsea's house, I didn't really go with a specific fairy theme inside because I thought it was a shame to not use some of the My Melody furniture that you unlock with her. So I really wanted to use a lot of this My Melody furniture. My main idea for the inside of her house, since we already did the fairy forest outside, was to create a really tiny, cute home. I don't know if you guys watch Sims videos, but I really enjoy watching people create tiny homes in the Sims, and I love watching people tour their actual tiny homes that they live in real life as well. I actually live in a very tiny flat myself, so I always find it really interesting to see how well people can decorate in such a small space. And yeah, I really wanted to just create a super tiny miniature little home for Chelsea. The inside of her house is very pink, but I try my best to make it not sickeningly pink. Sickeningly? Is that a word? I actually don't know. Like, I didn't want it to make you feel sick from the amount of pink in the room, so I used a lot of white to contrast with the pink, so it brightens it up a bit and makes it a bit easier on the eyes. I'm sorry if you were hoping I'd do a fairy interior house as well, but I do sort of think a fairy could live in a house like this. Like, a fairy's inside of a house doesn't have to be all flowers and leaves and nature. A fairy could live in a cute little doll's house type home as well. Like, if you guys have seen Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue, it's a Tinkerbell movie set in the summertime where she meets a human, and basically the little girl has a dollhouse and Tinkerbell loves the dollhouse and all the furniture in it. And I think it's really cute to imagine a fairy living with more human-like furniture. So I think it's still fun to imagine Chelsea as a fairy, and this is her cute little tiny doll's house type house. So I hope you guys like tiny homes as much as me and enjoy watching me build this. I decided to section off the bedroom and the front of the house using these little dividers that I mainly use these in shops or cafes, but I realised using them in this house is much nicer in my opinion than using a divider wall, because I feel like a wall blocks off the room so much. But with these wooden panels you can still see slightly through to the other side of the room, which I think is really important, especially in such a small space. You don't want to make it even more blocked off than it already is. So I thought some wood panels would be a much better option than sectioning off with an entire partition wall. I decided to give her a cute little pink oven, which I'm actually obsessed with. I don't think I've ever used this oven in pink before, but I realised it looks so cute, like a little doll's house item, and I'm obsessed with it. So I gave her a really tiny kitchen with just an oven and a fridge, and I also decided to add an extra wood panelling, a single tile one, so it sort of looks like this wood panelling is something you can fold up or outwards, which I think is actually a really smart space saver in a tiny home. You could use it as a desk or a countertop and fold it away if you're not needing it, and yeah, I thought that'd be something she might want to implement into her home. The only item we were forced to use in this house is a little tray of cookies, because that was one of her requests, but luckily this item is adorable and I was very excited to use this in the inside of her home. I think it matches her perfectly because it has a lot of pink, yellow and green cookies and they match her colour scheme so well. At the start of this build I did just mainly go for a pink colour scheme and maybe a bit of white or yellow, but I do bring in more of the green later on in the build. I add some plants and I also customised her sofa at first to just have a pink gingham pattern, but then I updated it to this pink and green rose pattern I have that I actually have had since like the first few weeks in the game. So I have no idea whose design this is or the code for it, and I don't know how to share it with anyone because I can't even find it anywhere on the internet anymore. But it's this really cute little design with pink roses and leaves. If you happen to know the code for this design, please let me know, because I've been tempted to change up in my design slots sometimes, but I really don't want to lose it, so I haven't changed it. It is a really cute and simple design and I think it suited this house really well. In the kitchen I decided to add some pink lilies, and for a while I did think about having a jar of marshmallows or sweets or cookies on top of the fridge, but I think eventually I'd get rid of that and add something else instead. I looked for different food items I could put on top of the oven for a little while as well, but I found they make the house look a bit too cluttered, and so eventually I think I decided on not having anything on top of the oven. I did try like a frying pan and a pot and a kettle, so yeah, eventually I got rid of the kettle and I just gave her a little tea set instead. I did struggle to think of where I was going to put the tea set at first, but eventually I put this really cute little leaf coffee table in the living room area, and it fits perfectly there. I really like the leaf coffee table as well because it really brought in the green colour that I was trying to add in. I did try to add a music box or speakers above the fridge. Eventually I decided to move those and put them in the bedroom instead. I was thinking of having the music box, but what I realised about the music box is you can't edit the volume of the sound coming out of it, so I decided to go for a record player instead because I really like the music to be nice and quiet in the game. I find it to be a bit overwhelming when it's at the highest volume and I can't change it with a music box. It works out better if the music box is in a big house, but in a tiny house like this it was just very noisy, so I decided to go for a record player instead, and that way I got to bring in some more pink colours because the record player in pink is adorable. I was very excited to use the My Melody furniture. I did consider using the My Melody wallpaper as well, but I have tried to use this My Melody wallpaper many times because it has the most cutest design, but no matter how I use it, it looks so dark. I think this was a mistake on Nintendo's part if you ask me, because I feel like it should not be that dark. I really love the little flower patterns on it. I think it's adorable. It's like the closest wallpaper we have to the classic lovely set wallpaper we used to have in old games. So I really wanted to use it, and I've tried implementing it into my own house in the game many times, and unfortunately it just looks very dark and the colouring of it isn't very nice, so I ended up going for the patchwork wallpaper instead, which was really fun to use because I actually used to have this in my house at the start of the game when I first got Animal Crossing New Horizons when it released. This was my wallpaper in the game for a very long time, and actually the wallpaper in my bedroom back when I used to live with my mum was just like this as well, so it brought back a lot of memories for me, and I just find this wallpaper to be so cute with the little strawberries on it. I remember being absolutely so excited about this wallpaper when I first saw it, and yeah, sometimes I forget about things like that, about how excited I was for certain items in the game and I first ever saw them before the game released, and I thought, wouldn't it be lovely to use this adorable patchwork strawberry wallpaper? It's the best. It also has a little yellow patchwork squares on it as well, which I think fits in with the house really well. So then I also started to add some plants, and I was wondering for a while what to put on the bottom right corner of the house because I was thinking I could put clothes or a computer, and I really wasn't sure what to put. Eventually I decided to put a little desk with a scrapbook area for Chelsea because Chelsea is actually the kind personality. For some reason I thought she was peppy, but she's actually kind, and I thought that would mean she loves reading. I did try to fit a big bookshelf in the house for a while, but I couldn't get it to look right, so eventually I just go for a little desk and scrapbooking area for her. You've probably also seen me adding the pink shelves into the kitchen, which I think is really important, so she has more storage in this tiny space. And I also considered adding some drapes or curtains on the bedroom side, but eventually I decided to remove those and just keep it simple over there. On the little shelf in the bedroom, I add a mirror and record player. I thought a little pink mirror so she can check her makeup and make sure her bunny ears look okay in the morning would be a really good idea. And I was just really obsessed with the colour scheme of the kitchen because it's so tiny. For some reason, if you take Animal Crossing and make it super simple and tiny, it just makes it even cuter than it already was, which I didn't think was possible. But if you ask me, I just think tiny houses in Animal Crossing are the most adorable thing ever, and it makes me really excited to decorate my actual villagers' homes in the game because I think their homes are the same size as this house, and it's quite a small space but just big enough to be really creative with the space you do have. I'm really excited to decorate some villagers' houses. If you're a big Sanrio fan or a fan of cute Japanese characters in general, please let me know what character you'd love to see implemented into Animal Crossing because I do love the Sanrio characters that are already implemented into the game, but I'd love to see them add even more. I know one that's very popular that I like as well is Gudetama. He's a little egg character. He's a lazy little egg and he's just so cute. For me, I would really love them to implement a Gretsuko. If you don't know what a Gretsuko is, she's a little angry rock singer red panda. She has a TV show on Netflix if you wanted to watch it. It's really good and I love it so much. I'd love to see them implement a Gretsuko into the game with her own red panda type villager. They could use a cat or bear or wolf if they wanted. I think that would be so fun to see, and I'd love to see furniture around her design as well. Other than that, my favourite Japanese kawaii character is probably Rilakuma. He isn't Sanrio, but I just love Rilakuma so much. I've been a fan of Rilakuma since I was very young. He's a little lazy bear. I'll try to put a picture on the screen. He's adorable and I'm just obsessed with him. I would love to see Rilakkuma added to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm pretty sure he might have been added into Pocket Camp, or am I making this up? I'm possibly making this up, but I think I might have imagined this or dreamt it. But I would love to see it happen in real life. But yeah, please let me know what sort of characters you would be interested in seeing added to the game. I know people have been saying for years now that they really want a Pokemon collaboration with Pokemon themed villagers. I'm not super into Pokemon, I know, shocking. I get a lot of messages all the time from you guys asking me to play Pokemon or asking me my favourite Pokemon and stuff like that, but I didn't really grow up playing Pokemon, so I don't know anything about it really. I only used to play Pokemon on the Nintendo 64. It was called Pokemon Stadium, and yeah, you just used to play mini games and fight your Pokemon against each other in this like big battle in a stadium. It was really fun. I really like Clefairy, and there was this really funny mini game on Pokemon Stadium back in the day where they sing, and I was obsessed with it when I was little. But yeah, a lot of you guys asked me about Pokemon, so I just thought I should make this public. I don't actually know anything about Pokemon, so if you ask me my favourite, I'll probably say Clefairy. But I did play one of the new Pokemon games on the Switch. I didn't really enjoy it that much, so I stopped playing it pretty early on, but my favourite in that was probably Minccino. Is that how you pronounce it? He was really cute, and I think all the designs are so cute. I just can't get into the gameplay for some reason. If they made a game like this where you make little houses for Pokemon, I'd be obsessed. I'm sure to you big Pokemon fans that sounds outrageous, and I apologise for that. Anyways, back to the house. As you can see, I started adding different accessories to the house, like shelves with teddy bears. The teddy bears were on her suggested furniture list, and seeing as Chelsea is a big fan of bunnies, I thought she would like a bunny plushie, so I decided to include it, and actually I think it fit in really well, so I'm really glad I decided to include this. I also added a cute clock, which I eventually changed to the My Melody one, and I also added a deer decoration above the door in her house, since even though she is dressed up like a bunny, she is actually a deer, and I think she would like some deer decorations, which there isn't actually too many of in the game. I think there's that wood deer you can hang on the wall, and then there's a light up deer for Christmas time, and then I also started to add a bit more greenery and some plants and things to the wall, and some paintings too. I included this little rose painting, which I don't think I've used very much in home designs yet. I usually customize it to be a different pattern, but for some reason I felt this green one with the pink roses really fit Chelsea. I guess it's because of the green and pink. You also might see me here for a little while trying to fit in a pink windmill, because I love this item and I love having the windmills in your house because it moves the plants around. I think it looks so lovely, but eventually I decided to get rid of that because I couldn't fit it in a way where it was moving the plants around and actually look good. So eventually I get rid of that. I also added a very cute little porcelain bunny decoration. This has been one of my favourite items in the game since it was brought to New Horizons. I think it's such a good item. You can customize it to like real rabbits, you can use it as a rabbit decoration. In this case, I imagine it may be a decoration, but could also be an actual rabbit that's her friend that lives with her. I leave it up to your interpretation. And yeah, since she might be a fairy, maybe it's one of her magical bunny fairy friends. Oh yeah, so eventually I do put something on top of the fridge. I put a little basket of Easter eggs. I felt the colouring of the basket of Easter eggs suits Chelsea so much, and they don't have to be Easter eggs, they could just be magical eggs. And I just love the basket. Honestly, I wish we could customize this Easter basket to have different things inside it, because this basket is so cute. And then I decided to put the Thanksgiving pot on top of the oven, customized to be green. For some reason I thought I kept the oven empty, but in the end I did go for putting something on top of it. I love this Harvest Day / Thanksgiving pot, customized to be green. It's so cute. You can use it for spring houses, and it's just so cottagecore and cute, and I'm obsessed with it. So I'm glad I was able to get something into the kitchen that looked good. After this, I added some flowers hanging from the wall, customized them to be pink, and I also added a little mobile above her bed, which is probably one of my favorite parts of this house actually. I think it's so cute. Don't ask me why adults decided we can't have mobiles above our bed, because I think mobiles are adorable, and I wish it was more normalized for adults to have them, because if it was, I would definitely have one above my bed. Who wouldn't want to look at cute little creatures while you're about to go to sleep? Like, it's adorable. So once I finished placing the desk and the scrapbook. I also added a cute little bunny rabbit plushie next to it. I customized it to be yellow. I just love this plushie so much. And then I thought, of course, she would have a My Melody poster on her wall, so I added a My Melody poster above her desk, which is actually just Lottie in a costume with Digby behind her. I did use this in Lottie's house, and one of you guys did say to me you never realised that that was Lottie in the picture before, so yeah, if you didn't realise that is Lottie in that poster. And then I also decided to add some cute little yellow fairy lights above that, just to brighten things up on that side of the room. I did consider putting a fireplace or something instead of a desk, but I thought I wouldn't know what to put in the little space in front of it. It would probably make this tiny house a bit too warm, so I'm really glad I went with a cute little desk instead. Then all that was left to do was dress Chelsea up in the cutest pink fairy dress, polish some of the furniture, and take some cute photos. So here we are in the finished house. What do you guys think? This might actually be one of my favourite home designs I've done. I love the colour coordination I managed to do in this one. Here's how the house turned out. Do you guys like it? I am obsessed with this tiny house. I definitely want to build more tiny houses in the future. Let me give you a little tour of everything. So here is the bedroom. It has a beautiful My Melody bed and some cozy little candles next to it. A lovely little sheep and stars mobile above the bed and a shelf with bunny and bear plushies on it. And a beautiful plant with butterflies next to it, which matches the outside of her house perfectly. Over here she has some lovely flowers on the wall, record player and a little pink mirror. At the front of the house is this tiny kitchen with a little pink oven, some lilies and shelves, and a tiny little fridge as well. I love the little frying pans and everything on the oven. It's just so cute. I'm obsessed. And the top right part of the house is a cute little living room. We have a little pink and green sofa, a pink and yellow tea set, some cookies, a little My Melody rocking chair for her to sit in, which is one of my favourite items as well. I have this outside my own house, and a beautiful rose painting on the wall. I'm obsessed with these cookies. I'm so glad she wanted these in her house. They're literally so cute. I would love to sit here with her and have tea and cookies. And of course with her little bunny friend as well. She also has a My Melody clock on the wall. And over here is her cute little desk with some fairy lights, My Melody poster, bunny plushie, and the cutest little scrapbook for her to note down any of her memories or make art or anything she wants to do in it. This house turned out to be one of the most cozy and sweetest little builds I've ever done. When I decided to build something for Chelsea, I thought about the fairy forest and didn't really think about her house, but I think I actually might like the inside of her house more than the outside. I do love both, but yeah, I was just really happy with how this house turned out and I really like it, so I hope you guys like it. It might not be for everyone, but I personally think it suits Chelsea really well. So why don't we go see what she thinks of it? So how is the vacation homework coming along? It's ready! Oh, how lovely! Thank you so much! I really appreciate all the time and effort you put into this. You've made me so happy, Pound Cake. Okay, so let's take a look at the fairy forest. Thank you so much. I'd never be able to make my room this nice if I did it myself, Pound Cake. Okay, I'm gonna head back now. Alright then, be careful on your way back, Pound Cake. Welcome back, Lulu. You know, some folks at your level rest on their laurels. Not you though, it's quite impressive. You've put in so much hard work. If I were to put it another way, I'd call you a superstar designer. Now then, to acknowledge all your efforts, your payments are a little higher this time. Here's 20,000 Pocky. Oh yay, thank you Lottie. Woohoo! Oh yeah, I'm a superstar designer. I have truly arrived. Yay! By the way, our selection of work clothes has been updated, so you can check out the locker when you can. Changing your work clothes can be refreshing, so pick something that suits your mood. Yay! Oh my goodness! Oh, you know, I bet you're ready for that job now. Oh, sorry if that sounded ominous. It should be fun. I think we should add a gallery to the cafe. What? Of course, we'll need to put it on another floor, so there'll be a lot of design work and decisions for you. I think it'll make our clients really happy, so just come talk to me about facilities when you're ready. Oh my goodness, I didn't realise we were going to get another facility to build. I guess I didn't actually complete the game at all last time. So why don't we go upstairs and check what the new work clothes is we unlocked. Oh, it's just a blazer. I thought we were going to get more than that. So that's all for today, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said before, these are some of my favourite videos to film, and I was really proud of how this one turned out. I really hope you guys liked it. Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts on it, and I'd love to hear how you're doing today. As always, even if I don't respond to your comments, I usually do read every single one, so I really do appreciate each and every one of you. If there are any specific villages you'd like to see me build vacation homes for, please just let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your requests, and if there are any popular votes from you guys, then I'll be sure to try design their vacation homes as soon as I can. Before I go for today, I do just want to say an extra special thank you to my wonderful Patreon supporters for supporting me this month. All of your support helps me out so much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Your support means the world to me. Thank you all so much. And to the rest of you, I hope you're having a super lovely and cozy day today. I hope this video was able to give you some peace in your day, and I hope you're remembering to take care of yourself. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing, only if you want to though I would really recommend it because a lot of you guys that watch me aren't subscribed, and it would mean a lot to me if you did. Anyways, I really do appreciate all of you. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you in my next video. Bye!